Now I got to get Brandy's live going. So we will have the chat room. You'll see the chat room will pop up there with questions too. So kind of be mindful.
Yummy.
And feel free to just jump to it whenever you feel like it.
Okay.
Brandy's all right. Brandy's will be up. Stephanie, I know we're over by 4 minutes, but we're working.
Is that okay? Or are we in trouble?
She had to put test in there, so
we're in trouble.
So Stephanie put test. Okay. All right, you guys ready? We'll go back to. You want to bring the camera?
A thumbs down. Nope.
What are we getting? Thumbs. Oh, she's still getting shots set. That's fine.
I thought she was raising the roof.
I thought so too.
I was a little confused.
CC Games. He says the immortal one.
Yeah.
It is the immortal one. We'll pull that up there real quick while Samantha's getting situated.
Hey, you folks are wonderful and beautiful.
Yeah, we can entertain. John just said if we were going to interview him, he wasn't going to stand up on the table and dance.
No.
He said you can come and listen to him talk about how he got started.
Yeah.
But he's not dancing for you, so forget it.
Yeah, and I can tell you the rights and wrongs. I haven't done everything right, but I've learned a lot. And I'm really excited to be here. It's a fun show.
Yeah, this will be really good. So when she gives me the green light, so to speak, we'll be good. So if you want, only if you want to in your follow-up, I'm recording here, they're recording there, and then obviously it's on YouTube. But I can get you a Dropbox link if you want to just cut and paste whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to use it for content, you're
absolutely
welcome to do that.
And I would just whoever I need to put in the link to share the world, share the wealth.
All right, we're getting the thumbs up. Go ahead. All right. Let's pull this off. You guys in the chat room, keep the
Television Gamer. And Television Gamer, you're awesome. I saw you in the chat.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, it's
All
very sweet.
Keep the comments coming. John can see them. He sees them on there.
Yeah.
So 3, 2. All right, we are here for the 5 o'clock session here at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo, and we are here for the Game Masters.
Yes.
I got Brandy here with me, and not only do I have Brandy with me, this is the third guest that we've ever had on this podcast.
This is crazy.
We've got the immortal one.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for joining us, man. We've got a live audience here.
Awesome.
And so what we'll do, John, just so everybody knows here, we're going to do this a little informally, but we're going to dive into John's history, how he got started, where he's at, and where he's going. Okay? And if you guys have questions, feel free. Toward the end, we'll open it up for audience participation questions. We'll have somebody come over with a microphone. And that way John can hear in his headset.
Yeah.
And we can answer this question. You can answer this question.
Absolutely.
Right. So again, welcome. So Brandy, do you want to kick us off with a question, or do you want me to start it? I'm trying to get her more involved here.
All right, but we'll just get this out of the way.
You had a question.
All right, I do have this question.
Uh-oh.
They all make fun of me because I store video game displays and stuff in my bathtub.
Okay.
Do you store any video games in any odd places like a bathtub?
I don't, but I have. So I have rules that I have to follow.
No rules here.
So no, and I know that so for me, I've been married 23 years, and I had a problem with the stuff creeping out of my game room and my studio. So my wife is like, "Oh my gosh, you built an extra studio for YouTube, and the garage is full. You please can we agree to please keep it in one of those 2 rooms?" So the rule is, right?
It's always the wife. Let me tell you, it's always the wife.
I'm seeing some a death stare here or a nod. Okay, so the agreement, and I try to follow this, you have 9 days. If it creeps out into the living room and it's there 9 days, I have a right to put this in the game room, and you can't complain about that.
Okay.
It needs to stay there because my wife, it bugs her to have clutter, and I already have 2 rooms full of clutter, and so it's hard. So out of respect and agreement with my wife, I accept that, and so I have 9 days.
Okay.
So what he's telling you is you got 9 days.
You have 9 days.
I didn't have 9 days until now.
She's taking notes.
0 days. Okay. Things are a little rough already.
She's taking notes.
I will see you guys next time. Thank you.
I'm feeling some unresolved resentment. No, I'm just joking.
No, it's all in good fun. Yeah. I was just curious, only because they give me a hard time. I didn't know where else to put the stuff at.
So can I just say, I've seen your content and your collection, and it's beautiful, and I really appreciate what you bring to the table and your flavor of collecting, and it's really nice to see that. It's refreshing, and it like carrying that torch, and like it's awesome to see. So just thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. Everyone's so nice now. Okay. I'm back. I'm not going to leave yet. Well, thank you.
I just Mr. Rogers you.
Yeah, he like sucked me right back in. Like,
He beat you down and then he sucked you back in. So.
Oh man, it's a tough crowd out here.
So John, you've been in the history books, so to speak, as being the guy that has all the games.
Well, it's one of those. Thank you. It's not true. I think it's one of those, like, you hit that like status where you think I have everything, or I've collected every set, and the reality is I've collected a lot, but nobody has everything. The truth is, my bookend in my collection. My bookend is like I'm a North American video game set collector, and so the focus of my collection is complete sets, and complete sets are subjective to each and every individual collector. And so I've tried to focus the entirety of my collection. I'm not a display, I'm not an accessory collector, I'm not a console collector. I have a lot of extra stuff, and I have stuff outside of sets, but the majority of my collection, what I'm known for, is complete sets.
Yeah.
And I'm just old enough to start it before it got really popular and expensive. And so that's the reality of some of the reason why I have so much, is that I was doing it before it was like trending. And
but you did it before it was trending, but what was the reason you you didn't just wake up one day and said, you know what, I'm going to start collecting for every system and get the full set. I mean,
I really enjoyed collecting, and so we'll back before video games. So I come from a family. My dad was a hobbyist, and my mom was kind of like a really small-time collector. So my dad did archery, black powder rifles, remote control airplanes. He built a redwood strip canoe. And my mom collected porcelain dolls and Coca-Cola, Norman Rockwell. And she sent me, I went with her to flea marts and yard sales. And so early on I was collecting comic books from my barber at the time. I had a barber, that's how old I am. And so they would rip the covers off, and he would give them to me. And I asked him, well, what can I do with these? Like, after I read them, he's like, you know what, kid? You seem like a pretty smart one. You can do whatever you want, even if you wanted to sell them. Well, when he said that, I'm like, well, that's awesome. How many comic books do you have? So he was like, I think they ripped the covers off because they got credit, because that's how they, destroyed them. Well, I would take them to flea marts, and my mom would have a flea mart table, and I would make like $20, and that's like a lot. As a kid, I was making more than my mom at flea mart tables.
Wow.
So I went from comics. I did that when I was young, like 7, 8. I went from comics to baseball cards, from baseball cards to action figures, and I collected action figures probably up to the early, mid-90s, Power of the Force 2, I kind of stopped there. I was a huge Star Wars fan, so mostly collecting Star Wars figures, Power of the Force 2 and all that. And then I collected that probably into the late 90s, but mid-90s I was like, I like video games because you can play with what you collect. And so I started going to yard sales and stuff, and then it really just kind of took off because I could collect a lot for very little, because people were just like, I don't know, this is an obsolete console. Here's a grocery bag of video games, $20, $40. They weren't giving it away, but it was still affordable as a poor college student. I could add many games to my collection on a budget. And that's really how I got into it, is I found it an affordable hobby that I could do locally. I had the space for it at the time. I had my own apartment that was connected to a house of my stepmom at the time. Rest in peace, Mary Hurley. It was because of her I was able to have a space where I could be a young adult and play around and have a video game collection. At the time, in the late 90s, my collection consisted of maybe 100 Nintendo games.
Wow.
Now, when you were growing up, obviously, like most kids, even out here, you have your bedroom.
Yeah.
And so, did you ever? We were just joking about the bleed over roll for Brandy here.
Yeah.
Did you run into that problem with mom?
With my
or your stepmom? Excuse me.
No, I had my own like room. I had it was like a loft. So you go above the laundry room. There was like my own. It was my own space, and she was awesome. So I didn't have a lot of money, and so my rent was really cheap, and I was going to school to be a teacher, and so she like gave me my own space and like, here you go. I know you don't have a lot of money, and I was walking. I did 3 jobs, so I was working 3 jobs. One of them, by the way, was for video games. And so I worked on the weekends at a used video game store. I walked there, and all that money was just for video games. So I worked an extra job just for my hobby.
Wow. So you were all in. Like you're just like, I'm going for it.
Yeah, I'm on. It's on. Yes. And I was laser focused.
Yeah, and at that time too. I mean, I'm sure it was an insane time to be out there collecting, because we all know the prices of things. I mean, some of the prices of things,
It was, but it wasn't a market. Like, game stores had it, but, like, I was collecting from rental stores. I was going to, like, yard sales. There was game stores around, but it was different. There was forums, and so I started early 2000s. I became part of Digipress, which is now gone, pretty much. It's still around, but Atari Age in 2004, I think I joined Atari Age, so it's been 21 years. And I found out a lot of knowledge. Once I started connecting with other collectors, I knew how much more was out there. I got Digipress had like a price guide, and it had a lot of information on consoles I didn't grow up with. I became friends with a video game journalist that showed me a bunch of stuff I didn't know existed. Because this was like before like really YouTube, and like I kind of had to like self-educate, and I was like a sponge. The number 1 book that changed my collecting was Phoenix, Fall, and Rise of Video Games by Leonard Herman. Okay. It was the 3rd edition. It's now in the 4th edition. You can get it on Amazon. It's the number 1 book for what the heck is out there for consoles, video games. And he's working on a 5th edition. But anyways, shout out to him, because it changed my collecting trajectory like 100%. It was amazing. It was just an amazing book. It was, 800, hundreds of pages, and I read it like 8 times.
So I'm kind of curious about this, because and I don't know if correct me if I'm wrong, or say I'm not allowed to say that, but you're a teacher for a living.
Yeah, fourth grade.
Okay, so now you're in your stepmom's house. You have your own loft. You're paying rent. Now it's time to go to college, because you decided that you want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
What happened to your game collection during that period? Did you do like a lot of us and end up selling it off and paying for your schooling, or what? Like,
I already sold
how did that happen?
So in early college, like mid '90s, I sold off my first collection to date girls. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I sold my original collection mostly just to like, because I didn't date money. Like, I didn't have extra money to like go on dates, and for me, if I go on a date, I'm gonna pay for a meal. I'm gonna take someone to a show and just have a good time. I didn't do a lot of like go Dutch or something. Like, I would pay for it, because that was just how I was raised.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you sold your gaming systems and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You basically became what everybody gets mad at people for today to be. You became a reseller.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So that's not a bad word, folks. Calm down.
It's not. Calm down. Yeah, I think the thing is just, I think, being really, if you're just like selling your collection or trading it, I think there's a big difference between that and if you're like reselling like all the time, or if it's like that's your income. Like, I have an eBay store. I've had an eBay store since like 1999, and I sell my homebrews on there. I sell extras sometimes. Does that make me a reseller? Yes, kind of, but I mostly dabble with like trading. I like to prefer to trade, but if I decided to do something down the road, I think just being honest about it and explaining if I sold something, explaining why, or but if you buy something, it's you have a right to do with whatever you want with it.
Exactly.
And if people judge you for that, they can go to hell. I don't care. Like, I just whatever. Like, seriously, just like whatever.
No, and that's kind of leading up to the next part is, okay, so you're selling these systems off to go on dates. You eventually meet your wife. Yeah. I'm assuming at college or maybe after college?
Yeah, so great story. I'll do it quick.
No, go ahead. I'm just staying with your timeline here to make sure we're on where you're at.
2000, No, before 2000. So
she might see this, so you better get this right.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. So I met her at the end of the millennium, 1999.
Okay.
And so I was playing Dreamcast, Phantasy Star Online, and I was going to college to be a teacher. And I really just I didn't go out a lot. I kind of dated around. I was just kind of done with dating. And my classmates said, "Dude, you need to spatula yourself out of your room and come join us for it was the same 17 students. A lot of them were older, GI Bill. So they're like, dude, get your ass off the couch. Come join us and let's just have a birthday party and such and such having a birthday party. Come join us." Okay, I'll go. And so I kind of begrudgingly went, and that's where I met my wife. And so I thought she was cute, she's funny, and she thought I was dating her friend and invited me to the show, and she thought I was you pig, you're hitting on me, and I think you're aren't you dating my friend? How dare you? And then so they had a talk, and it was no, I just really like him. I think he's a good guy, but he doesn't there's nothing between us. So we started dating, and then we got married, and 2001 and 2001, 2002. Forgot the year. See, that's what happens when you get married with someone over 20 years. You forget but yeah. The anniversary is the 13th, July 13th, so I know that.
Okay, you got the anniversary. That's the important
part,
thing.
Yeah.
So my son's birthday is the day before. So,
okay,
anyways.
You can't forget that.
Yeah, and the anniversary, and we still celebrate on Valentine's Day is when we started going out. So in 2000, in February 13th, 2000, we started going out, and then a year and a half later, July 2001, July 13th, we got married.
So are you guys? Because obviously I've never met your wife. Are you guys complete opposites? I mean,
Yes.
when she found out that you were into video games, that we were called basement dwellers.
Yeah. So I think I'm a nerd that can charm.
Okay.
But I'm still a nerd. I can be socially awkward sometimes, but I can charm. I got biggest flirt in high school, and I was a 4-sport athlete. So my high school pictures, I looked a lot cuter and put together, and then I just became a nerd in college. I was so done with sports, and then the environment of that, I was so done because even in high school I was playing Dungeons and Dragons with my friends that were nerds, but I was playing 4 sports because I was able-bodied, and when you come from a small school, if you don't play sports and you're able-bodied, you're harassed. And I'm not going to use the words, but they would call those people all sorts of inappropriate things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, your wife finds out that you're a gamer.
Yeah.
How did she react?
She took it well.
Before you were married, obviously.
So I was into Star Wars, and so early on in our marriage, she even dressed up as at a show as Princess Leia. Attack of the Clones was 2002, I think. Mm-hmm. So she surprised me and dressed up as original Leia.
So she embraced it.
She did. Wow. She did. She supported it. The one thing that she did ask, as I collected, my collection started to grow in the early 2000s. She didn't tell me, which was respectful. She says, "Hey, if you can, please, can you choose between action figures and video games?" That's fair. Choose, you may want to choose something. She didn't tell me to. She just suggested it, and I did. I chose games, and I didn't look back. I sold all my action figures, which were a lot of Episode 1 crap, and just ship figures that were mass produced that weren't worth a lot at a flea mart. Mm-hmm. I sold off my original Star Wars stuff, not original 79. Mm-hmm. We're talking Power of the Force 2. And just moved on and didn't look back, and I don't regret it.
Okay. Well, we do have some people. They were asking some questions.
Yeah.
Now, we obviously know about some of the games, obviously, and the toys.
Yeah.
What do you collect anything else out there? Do you have any other, hobbies that you would say that are non-gaming and toy-related?
Okay, so hopes and ambitions for hobbies outside of games. I'm an Eagles fan, so I like watching football. So I don't know if that's a hobby, but I enjoy football. Mm-hmm. I am an Eagles fan. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. But I've been an Eagles fan since 1990 when I watched Fred Barnett catch a football from Randall Cunningham against the Bills. So at least it wasn't against Pittsburgh. So I'm an Eagles fan. I like music. I think if I had hopes and dreams of doing something odd would be I love Gold Rush. So I've been watching that show since the start and all the like Gold Rush stuff. So I did try to join like a mining like hobbyist thing.
There we go.
I would love to do that. I just think that's fascinating. Just the process of that. That's like a weird like side thing. I still like to every now and then go to the batting cage because I baseball is my favorite sport.
Yeah.
But my body's telling me to watch that. And so, but yeah, I mean that's the basics. Mostly just games though. Like my time and energy and focus was so dedicated to that for the last 30 years. Like I was all in. I was like all in.
So you being a school teacher, I think it's what, 4th grade?
Yeah, 4th grade now. Yep.
So when you tell your students that, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I've got over 100,000 subscribers, and I have this giant video game collection that most kids would cry at if they could come in there because they think they're in what we called Toys R Us back in the day.
Pretty much, yeah.
What do they say? Like, I'm interested in hearing, like,
I try to separate my personal. I bring in my silver play button and I allude to it about hard work.
Okay.
And I really reference it as like nobody gave me that. I had to work hard for it, and I only got it because I wanted that, and that's how school is. If you want to get better at school, you got to put in the hard work. It's not going to be given to you, and if you don't want to be better, you're going to get 2 things in life: jack and squat. And I'm a old school, hardcore, strict teacher. If you don't like my way, I'm sorry. I'm not going to change. My dad was cop and military. I was asked to do an older grade at my school because of my structure and routine. I'm not mean, but I'm very structured as a teacher.
Okay.
And I've gotten feedback, and I try to do a balanced approach, but I use my YouTube as that. I definitely don't like to talk about all the things I have because I work with a lot of kids that don't have anything. And so, like, I just kind of talk about, hey, I'm going to a game show and I'm doing this for a job. And I talk about, like, I talk to YouTube as, like, work because it is that for me, but I enjoy it. But it's like hobby work, but it is work. And I'm just honest about it. And I try to be careful about talking about what I have and what they don't have because it's tough. It's tough. I work at a school where there's a lot of needs, and one of them is basic needs of kids.
It's very understandable.
Yeah.
So Insane D Gamer in the chat room, he wants to know, ask him if he's coming this year to Game On Expo 26.
So the honest answer is I haven't been asked. My priority is the Midwest Gaming Classic. I have limited time off. I have 3 personal days a year. One of them was for this show.
Okay.
One of them is for the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and hopefully for the Midwest Gaming Classic.
Okay.
I have nothing against the Game On Expo. It's an amazing show. It is a variety show, and if I'm being really honest, when I'm away from my family, like, sales do matter. And I try to look at the shows that I do the most revenue, and the Midwest Gaming Classic is the #1 show that I was successful at of any show of any year. So that's the honest truth. For now. Yeah.
Stephanie wants to know, what does your future look like with your collection? Any new interests or ideas for expanding?
I'm semi-retired. My wife almost dying of cancer in 2023 impacted my collecting. I had some crazy ambitions with talks of archiving or / museum. Those plans have evolved. I'm going to do a public video about what that exactly is. I can't go into details, but what I can say is I have to go with a plan B. It's a plan B that I feel good with.
Okay.
I have some plans for my collection to go places. It won't be one place. It's not initially what I wanted, but it's the best for my family, best for me, best for my mental health, best. So my wife got ovarian cancer in 2023 and almost died. And one of the things that the doctor said when we went through it, she had 2 rounds of chemo. the doctor did say after we were done with everything, cancer-free, your cancer will probably come back in 10 years. And so I have like a time clock in my head of like, I probably got like 7 years with my partner, who I love. And so I'm not sad, but I don't want to waste that. My plans for my collection have always been long-term, but it's been way longer than I wanted it. I don't want to expand. I want my collection out of my house. It pains me that it's still at my house. I feel like that's stressful, and I'm working on a plan, and it's making progress. The reason why I haven't done I'm doing a public video on it, is that I got to finalize those plans before I can like say what's going on.
Oh, sure, of course.
But that's the honest truth. That's where I'm at. I'm happy to make progress, and I have made progress. It's just I've been working on a plan for like the last 2 years, like weekly, and I'm making some progress. And so I'm happy to share those plans in the future.
So are you at the point now? You said you're not actively collecting. No. So are you at the point now where you're just enjoying the games that are coming out? Because obviously you have the modern consoles. Are you just enjoying playing them? You know, just or are you not even doing that at all?
If I'm being really honest, the YouTube takes up a majority of my casual playing time. I do appreciate casual playing time. I want to casually play more in the future, but something's got to give. Whether that's less YouTube. I think if I had a better space to appreciate games, I would appreciate it more. I want to get to that, and I don't have that right now in my life. I'm working 60 hours a week, 10 game shows a year, which I enjoy. But YouTube is like kind of changed for me. I've like kind of check-marked every box. You know, my channel's kind of slowed down because of the choice of type of videos I want to do. But it's good for my mental health. I'm in a really much better mental health space than I felt like when my channel was thriving. Mentally, I was not doing good. And it sucked because, like, everybody else was enjoying it, like I was killing it, but I was exhausted. I was mentally just tapped. And now that, like, my videos aren't doing great, I'm feeling better.
It's always crazy how that works, but I think that's very important though that you enjoy what you're doing, and I think just like everyone in here, everyone who's commenting, they appreciate everything that you've done.
I love the fans. I love the content. I try to be positive. I try to stay away from drama. I've made mistakes. I've let the trolls get to me, and I'm at a point now at 49. I don't give two craps. And if like you don't like what I'm doing, go somewhere else. Yeah, I don't care.
Well, so you mentioned you have a son.
Two and a daughter.
You have two sons and a daughter.
No, a daughter, and we adopted. We adopted a daughter from China in 2015.
Okay, so do your kids share the same passion of game? So I kind of got that vibe from. So why is that? Because they see that they grew up around all these games and they just like
So my daughter's a gamer.
Okay.
She plays Watch Dogs 2, and then I made the mistake of asking her why. She's like, I get to shoot people.
Okay.
So, but she said that. I mean, I'm just being honest.
No,
but
that's an honest
but she's appropriate with her behavior, and like she's a teenager. And she's an A&B student. She's very respectful. I got a lot of good. Like I wouldn't let her play that if there was issues, but she's good.
Okay.
My son plays like Stardew Valley, and he played a lot of Animal Crossing. But I think he sees my crazy game collection, and he's a minimalist. Like he's that kid that like he's gonna grow up and have a very like his outfits in his like closet are like 3 colors. He doesn't like wearing 2 sets of shoes. He likes to wear out a pair of shoes and then move on to another set of shoes.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, okay?
Yeah, so he's that. But I think he looks at my collection and says, like, I don't want any part of that. Like, I think it, like, motivated him to go in the opposite direction.
So he isn't called hoarders on you or anything like that?
No, and I think that, like, my collection... it was an awesome thing. I met great people, and I've appreciated it. And I'm ready for someone else to appreciate my collection. I think I've mentally divorced my collection already. It's not mine anymore. I'm caretaking it in my house, but it's like there's like a burden there that people don't realize. Like, and then like I have to let so many things go, and like I'm in such a better place. But I had to work through so many things, and like it's therapy for me to talk about it, because like I used to worry about what everybody thought, and now I'm like, I don't give two craps. I just don't.
Yeah, because okay, you know, it just blows my mind that you're at that point where you're just like, I can divorce my collection.
I have,
and you have.
Yeah.
So at this point, where do you see John Hancock in 10 years? Like what's on the horizon? Like what are you looking to do? And I understand you want to spend that time with your wife. You know, what else is there for John Hancock?
I look forward to seeing my game room floor that doesn't have crap on it. I look forward to seeing a game room floor that's organized, and like I have a wall of games, but not an overwhelming amount that I have to constantly think about.
Okay.
I want to see John Hancock sitting down and playing more games with my friends versus, hey, I'd love to hang out with you, but I know you're really busy. Like, too busy for family functions, too busy for this, too busy for that, too busy for friends that like were friends with me before I was a YouTuber, are friends with me now, were friends with me when I was going through terrible things online with trolls and everything. You got to remember those people, because like if you don't, then it's like you drown in your collection. And so I made an active decision to just like, I'm not going to drown in my collection, and I'm going to do something good with it as best as I can. And it's not going to be what everybody wants, but it's the best for me and my family.
Well, like you said, it doesn't matter what other people want. Now, I know we've talked about this too. We both experienced trolls. We've got some creators here in the audience.
Yeah, that are trolls.
So I want to kind of liven this up just a little bit going into it. I mean, that's great information, John. That's rough. Yeah. How do you follow that up? But yeah, how do you deal with folks like Game Dad over here, who are the biggest trolls on the internet? I'm just kidding.
He's a great guy.
No, I'm just messing. People always say don't feed the trolls. Don't like you said you had your problems with trolls.
Oh yeah.
How do you deal with them? Because it's hard. It's not easy just to ignore the trolls.
I think you have to separate. Like, there's always going to be like three speeds, right? There's going to be people that want to talk about controversy because they know that YouTube's feeding that algorithm.
Oh, it sure is.
They're not your fans. They just want their 10 minutes of fame, and they're going to like rage debate you. They're going to like get you into the content. Like, they want you to react.
Yes.
And I fell into that before, and I made mistakes, and I went after people I thought were like, I'm mad because like I thought you were my friend. I thought you would just reach out to me and talk to me, but it wasn't that type of relationship. Mm-hmm. And so I just had to learn to just like, I just don't care anymore. Like, you want to talk about me on your channel, go ahead, but like I have just hopefully people hear my story and just call good.
No, I mean, I think that's something that we can all, learn from, because a lot of us, even people watching that have channels, we're all going through these similar situations. We all hard. Question things. We all have the trolls, and I think it's really important for people, especially you, to share all of this stuff.
Yeah, it's hard. I struggled. I mean, if it wasn't for my friends, I was really in a tough spot, and my friends helped me. There's two of them sitting right in the aisle right now. They're awesome. And so I have safe people I talk to, and they're content creators, and I have other people, John Riggs, Jay Square Pegs, Chris Carlson, and others. Metal Jesus Rocks, huge supporter, always supported me. And like, that's huge to have people in your side that like you can confide in, and like, it's okay to not be okay. And like, I went through that, and like when my wife had cancer, I was a mess. And I'm in a better spot now, and it's just nice to like just talk about it and just like be on the other side. And sometimes people don't get there though. It's like they might be drowning in sorrow, or drowning in debt, or drowning because they don't know. It's okay to like change your mind about something and go in a different direction.
People forget that creators are human too.
Yep.
That creators mask a lot of problems. mask a lot of feelings, emotions. Like, you know, if you wouldn't have said nothing, nobody knew that your wife was going through what she was going through.
Yeah, I did a video on my channel, but like, it's like anything. If you didn't watch it, it doesn't like
That's what I'm
YouTube
saying,
brings
like,
it
nobody-
up. Yeah, you know, I'm like, close friends know, but like, if maybe you subscribed last year, or maybe like many people that grew up with me, I've been doing YouTube for 15 years, and so a lot of them were like, yeah, I watched you when I was in middle school, but now I'm in college, and I'm like moved on, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, it's true. It's just that people change over time, and I think as society we're quick to judge, we're quick to give a second chance, but like that algorithm really fuels controversy, and there was some recent news about it and how it, like, I don't think it's making anything better. You know, it makes things worse, and the conflict is there and it's real, and I'm not going to be a drama channel. I'm not going to be that on my channel.
No, I think that's important because some people, they see it as that quick view, so they feed into it more, and then when they try to do not normal or regular content, but when they try to do something that's a little bit more positive, they don't get those quick views. So then they go right back to the hate, and we see that a lot. I mean, there's so many that come to mind. Yeah,
and you know, and I accept that some of the criticism probably should have went my way, and I didn't handle things right. But like at the end of the day, am I okay with like the content I'm making, and my kids see it? Are they going to be proud of me? And my kids are. You know, I try to be the best person I can. I fall short of being excellent at times, but at the end of the day, I'm trying my best, and I'm learning from my mistakes, and that's what matters to me. And I'm proud of the content I've made, and if my kids or my elementary kids see my content, I'm okay with that.
That's good.
That's really good.
Good message. Question in the chat room: what's your favorite thing to see and do at a convention?
Oh man, something happened today. Just like the inside joke stuff with my friends. So we have like inside jokes all the time.
So you got Jay to sign Monopoly?
Yeah. Well, I tried gifting him a Monopoly in his pocket as I was hugging him. So that's
awesome.
So like, and I think like my birthday was at Midwest Gaming Classic, and so like some friends, Mortal Kombat crew, came over and sang happy birthday to me.
That's so cool.
And I had a balloon on my head and like just stuff like that. I think like for me, coming to convention is definitely friendship and like having those connections. Because like the one thing I like about conventions is like we're all not weirdos here. We're weirdos at our work, or like you're the nerd, or you're like, I got like Mr. Wikipedia award at my job, which is like kind of saying like, you know, congrats on being like on the, you know, on the spectrum. I mean, I don't know, like what, that's fine, but it's true. But like, I mean, it's like, I don't feel that here. I'm just like, I'm in. I feel appreciated. I enjoy talking to people, and it's a good feeling.
Guys out there in the audience, if you've got a chat there or a question for John, online or in the audience here, just raise your hand. We'll get somebody. Daniel, do you want to run Mike?
Yeah,
He's
I know.
Like, oh.
I know above someone was saying about how many complete collections, and then what was your favorite of those?
Oh, that's an easy.
Well, that's a good question. Yeah. There you go. We'll pull
that the
up.
Genesis?
So yeah. There you go. Yep, Brandon's got it. So I'm a Gamer Ahmer. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
How many complete collections I have? I think that's kind of subjective, but if you count weird stuff, and not everything's a big collection, 36.
Okay.
So my latest collection I completed was in television, with the asterisk that I got a second official print of Spiker, which was released a couple years back by the same company. It was official reprint. It wasn't the $3,000 original release, but it was an official $80 second release.
Hey, that counts. That counts.
So 36 collections. My favorite by far is Sega Genesis. Like, hands down.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew that.
Like, that was... And it's still fun to, you know, play Sega stuff. And it was the first console I paid with my own money. I wanted to save up for Neo Geo. My dad pointed to a lawnmower and says, that's how you're going to earn your money? I did. And over a summer's lifespan, and that's forever for a kid, I earned $200 and got the Altered Beast Sega Genesis collection. Not a Neo Geo because that's heck of expensive, and I was okay with it, and it was wonderful. And I absolutely loved it.
So with that, did you ever get the Neo Geo?
I did. And I got the U.S. version.
Did you really? Yeah.
I did. Just talking to Neo Ness, who's in the house. Amazing Neo Geo collection, by the way. I do have a U.S. system in box. It's beat up, but it has a Software Etc. sticker on it. I bought from Reggie back in the day, and I have a Japanese box system and about 50 AES carts and about 50 MVS carts. And my MVS carts are mostly loose with some reproduction kit boxes. About 6 or 7 are original, but that's not my main wheelhouse. But I enjoy collecting it.
So, you brought up Neo Ness. We tried to help him yesterday.
You did.
So he's a big Halo fan.
Okay.
Okay. So we were over at one of the vendors, and we had the vendor actually on knock off almost $1,000 for a 9.8 graded.
Ooh. Here we go again.
Cart, and he was like, he wouldn't take it. He wouldn't buy it.
He's laughing.
Then today we got him to knock off another $1,000.
It's fun when you get to spend other people's money when they're not even taking part in it.
Yeah.
But no. Overall, no. I agree with you here at the conventions. I think the most fun we have is getting around like-minded people.
Yeah, and I got to have a talk with him. He's in the crowd, and it was great to talk to new creators or people that I haven't had experience or the honor to talk to, and finding out their collecting journeys, because we're all different, and we have different things that we like and appreciate, and sometimes we cross over because we like the same things, and so that's cool. Just nice to see that.
We have another question that popped up here. Favorite Sega Genesis series?
Oh, jeez. Streets of Rage 2 is my favorite Sega Genesis game. Ghouls and Ghosts, it's like tied. I beat Ghouls and Ghosts every year. I beat that game every year if I can. You have to beat it twice.
I can't beat it once.
You could do it. I believe in you.
I can't even beat the first level.
Do you know?
I can't make it to the one part where it switches.
So, Gamer, I'm going to tell you what I tell my students. I believe in you, first of all.
No,
second of all,
I don't.
So you have to tell yourself, instead of saying...
I think I can't.
Instead of saying you can't, I can't do it yet. I can do this. I may need to practice.
Try.
You got to believe in yourself. So first of all, you got to believe in yourself. You can do this.
Oh,
I believe that. You know what? I believe that you can do it.
All right.
Did you ever?
I'll try it again.
That's a beautiful response.
I got this. I can do it. I'm going to do it today.
I was charming. See how charming I was?
See, it's like he tricked me again. I was ready to walk off earlier. He reeled me back in.
Yeah. See how charming I was.
See,
I can put up the charm. All
right, I got it. My new favorite game. I'm going to beat it today.
All right, that's the attitude.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, you got this. You got this.
So that's what it feels like to be between a rock and a hard place. We got another question coming in. It looks like I'll pop this up here. Hardest game on the Genesis?
That one. Obviously.
No. Okay. So hard is so subjective because, when you play a really bad crap game, I don't want to spend my negative time on a bad game. I don't want to spend 10 minutes on it. So to me, hardest game to beat would be a terrible game that someone's challenging you to play. So it's like torturous gameplay. To me, would be a hard game. So Barney, there's a Barney game on...
My favorite game.
So...
I had a Barney birthday party, when I was 3. There is a VHS tape somewhere, so if anyone has it, found it at a Goodwill, please share that.
Okay, so the Barney game, which has a blue cover, which bugs me because everything else had a red cover or a black cover, they decided to make a blue cover add on it. And when I was beta testing some hardware for a third-party company, I put the Barney cart into this third-party hardware and killed it.
Oh, no.
It broke it because I pushed too hard, and I think it broke the PCB board.
Oh my!
Anyways, that's a random story, but
that's depressing for my 3-year-old birthday party. So
my friend Corey Strike can attest to this because he was at my house when this happened. So there was a witness. So I killed a video game hardware with Barney.
Oh no!
So
did you ever replace it then?
The hardware, no, because I didn't buy it. It was the company had to send me a replacement. I don't want to say who the company was. No. They already hate me, so.
He just doesn't care. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, John, we really appreciate. We want to be respectful of your time. We really appreciate you joining us here, guys, in the chat room. Thank you so much for providing the questions. Let everybody know, if they don't know already, where they can find you.
Just look for John Hancock on YouTube, the Immortal John Hancock on Instagram, SW11us on Twitter. Look for this now gray beard and my dimples because I shaved. So anyways, just look for that. And I'm going to be continuing to offer content, and I enjoyed doing what I've been doing the last 15 years, and cover, I got some hardware coming up, so I'll be covering some Atari hardware. I got the At Games review, their hardware coming out. I'm going to be brutally honest with that. And
which piece of hardware?
That's the Game Station Go.
Oh my!
And so
they haven't learned yet.
Yeah, they sent it to me, and so
sorry to hear that.
Well, they're going to send it to me, and I'll give an honest feedback. So I'm a straight shooter, and if there's a problem, I'll let people know.
Yeah.
Miss Gamer Ahmer, where can they find you?
Trying to beat that game. I got to start.
We'll record it.
Nice comeback. Yeah.
I really do, because it's going to take me all night. I don't think I'm leaving here. Go Pittsburgh.
So I just want to let you know, if you use save states, that's okay on that game.
Oh, okay, good. Then I have a fighting chance.
Don't tell her that.
Save states are okay. That's a modern way of enjoying your game.
I wanted to see her do it without getting any damage.
I can't even do that.
Well, I can't either, but I wanted to at least see her try. I mean, go big or go home.
No, that's a compromise of reality with that game.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here. What do we got? One last comment here, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, there was one before that. But it says, good luck on future projects, Mr. Immortal.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll need it.
And then the other one here was, do you think in the future you will ever get games that turn board games into open world stuff like King Arthur, Fainted, or I can't read that.
Tainted Grail.
Tainted Grail. Okay.
Fall of Avalon?
Yeah.
No idea. I don't have enough knowledge to even answer that. Yeah,
that.
I don't. If you say yes, I'm going to say no.
Well, he'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you so much. Thank you, folks that are sitting out here for hanging out and listening to John. John,
thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And guys, we'll see you later on.
Yeah.
Take care.